for today's session. Okay. Can I just ask everyone, just to confirm with everyone, that you have at least had some kind of communication with your supervisor? Maybe I start with Amira. Amira? Or anyone who wants to share, go ahead and share. The communication can be through some kind of e-meeting, or maybe email communication. Just let me know. Anybody wants to start? Nohanis done e-meeting, Google Meet, Malcolm. Anyone has not been contacting the supervisor? You can let me know through WhatsApp. This is very important that you communicate with your supervisor, yeah? Especially during this time, because everything done is non-face-to-face. So sometimes this may create problems, okay? We want to find out what sort of problems are there as early as possible. If you have a Google Meet with your supervisor, please remember to record the date and give a brief description of what was discussed. All right, and you fill up Form B. Yeah. Okay. There's a Form B which records the meetings between you and your supervisor. Okay, and this record has to be submitted together with your reports. Yeah, at the end of the semester. Okay. All right. Okay. Are there any problems that you want to let me know with regards to communication with your supervisor? Okay, looks like there is no response, so I just leave it at that. Okay, if you have problems, you can email me later. Yeah. Okay, I just want to confirm the title of your projects. Yeah. Please do not switch the title of your project without my knowledge. Yeah, because towards the end, when I make the announcement for your project title, it will be based on whatever you submitted as Form A, right? So there were some instances where students changed their topic, the title, like halfway through the project, but never informed me. So then it ended up they ended up presenting actually something that's not the same as what they put in the Form A. Okay. You can change it, but you have to let me know. All right. The thing is, you can change later if you find that the initial project that was proposed was not suitable or because of whatever reasons, but you have to resubmit your Form A to me, yeah? Okay? All right, is it clear, everyone? If you change your title and synopsis, you have to redo your Form A and submit to me, okay? All right, then I just want to read out the titles of the projects for every student so that in case there are any errors, you let me know, yeah? The first one, Ain Ashira Binti Muhammad Jais, supervised by Professor Angelina Chin. The title of the project is Groups as Unions of Proper Subgroups. Okay, is Ain Ashira here? Okay, never mind. Second person is Malcolm Chen Hong Wai, supervised by Professor Angelina Chin. Title is On the Galois Groups of Some Polynomial Classes. Okay, the third person, Ain Najwa Binti Adam, supervised by Dr. Deng Chai Ling, on the title The University Course Scheduling Problem. Ain Najwa. You're here, right? Can you confirm? Okay, then move on to Noor Amira Izzati Binti Zulkifli, supervised by Dr. Deng Chai Ling. Project is on graph coloring algorithms and applications. Then we have Zulaika Asrin Binti Abdul Rahman, also supervised by Dr. Deng Chai Ling on school timetabling problem. Then I have Noliana Ashikin Binti Bahalizam, supervised by Dr. Kwa Kiam Hyung on the topic Mathematics of Voting. Then we have Noor Huda Khalida Binti Zawawi, supervised by Dr. Lu Ti Hao on tensor calculus with its application to cosmology.
Yes.
Okay. And Noor Farah Binti Iskandar Shah, also by Dr. Lu Ti Hao on tensor calculus with applications in physics. Okay, then we have Noor Hamiza Binti Puat, supervised by Dr. Ong Siu Hui on the number of Hamilton cycles in cubic graphs. Now, Noor Hamiza Nohanis Shazana Binti Isa Mudin, supervised by Dr. Ong Siu Hui on the topic, the generalized Knight's tour problems on rectangular chessboards and torus. The city Noor Amira Binti Fauzi, supervised by Dr. Ong Siu Hui on the topic on the Hamiltonicity of planar graphs. And then moving on, you have Diana Nabila Binti Muhammad Soder, supervised by Dr. On Chiaming. The topic is on a study of Pell's equation. Then we have Muhammad Adam bin Muhammad Nazul, supervised by Dr. On Chiaming. The title is Continued Fraction and its Applications.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay. Then Nurul Ain Shafika Binti Suhaimi, supervised by Dr. Suslin, Siti Suslin. Title is an inventory model for deteriorating pharmaceutical items with time-dependent demand. And then Hanan Latifa binti Othman, also supervised by Dr. Siti Suslin, on EOQ model for deteriorating items with exponential demand rate and shortages. Then we have Muhammad Qayyum bin Ibrahim, supervised by Dr. Wong Kopin. The title is a study on pseudo magic squares. And then also Faihana binti Masri, supervised by Dr. Wong Kopin, with a short title called Dice Problem. Okay, we have Noor Rabiatu Hazira binti Noor Helmi, supervised by Dr. Zailan Siri. Title is Solutions of Ordinary Differential Equations by Using Chebyshev Polynomials. Then finally, Ha Shiting, supervised by Dr. Zailan Siri, on solving third-order differential equations using non-standard finite difference methods. Okay. All right. Okay. So I presume that those are correct. All right. Now I think most of the for the subject content, you work very closely with your supervisor, right? So on my part, I provide you with some resources on mathematical writing. Mathematical writing is different from other kinds of writing, and fortunately, there are a lot of resources available, okay, that can help you write a better report, okay. So I would like to point you out to these very good resources here. The classic is Paul Helmus's How to Write Mathematics, right? Paul Helmus is a very famous mathematician who was known for his very unusual ability to make complicated things simple in writing. Okay, you should read if you're really interested in communicating complicated things in as simple a way as possible. You have to read his writings. Yeah. Okay. And then there's a book called How to Write Mathematics, which is available in the library. This is the link to the library. Okay. Some basic guidelines for mathematical writing is some kind of advice. Then writing good abstracts and writing good introduction are actually two generic writing guides, right? Because sometimes students may have, they might feel that it seems like very difficult to write an abstract, all right? So this provides a step-by-step kind of like advice on how do you produce such good quality work, because some students will mix introduction material that should belong in introduction to abstracts and vice versa. Okay. And then on how to write out like theorems and proofs and all that, so you can look at 10 simple rules for mathematical writing. Okay, and these are the other two, right? The last one, Donald Knuth's advice for writing in mathematics, is actually quite you can actually skip that, but unless you because the things that he writes is actually quite advanced, all right? But if you can read that, that's good. Yeah, Donald Knuth is a very famous computer scientist, okay, who is the creator of LaTeX. Yeah, if you use LaTeX, it's created by this guy. Yeah, right. And then okay. And then finally, the template of the report. Please follow the, if you want a template for writing, okay, follow the one that's attached here, yeah, the guidelines for research report, okay. If you plan to use LaTeX, that's also possible. I think there are some LaTeX templates in Overleaf, yeah. If you if you plan to use LaTeX, right? There's an online LaTeX editor called Overleaf. Overleaf, you can search that, overleaf.com. Yeah. I'll just write it down in the chat screen here. Okay. You can open an account there and then start editing there. And then there you can actually search for a lot of templates. Yeah. Okay. I think there's one that's used by the UM. You can actually just do a Google on UMTC's the text template. Someone has created a template for that. You can actually use that. Okay. We don't have a very rigid format. As long as it has some reasonable structure following this guideline here, it should be fine. Yeah. And then note that your submission. Yeah. So we're gonna have your presentation, okay, will be on week 13. Yeah. Right. As usual, we're on week 13. We will schedule a presentation, which is about 15 minutes. Yeah. Okay. We will. I will release the details of the schedule. All right. Towards like maybe after the semester break. Sorry. After the mid semester break. Okay. So we will do it by Google Meet. All right. And so the usual format is you make a presentation, share the screen, right, and then basically talk about your work. Okay. And after that, you have to submit the full report in PDF form. Okay. We no longer need to submit hard copies. Just submit your PDF form, all right, a PDF copy of your report to Spectrum. Okay, you'll be recorded in Spectrum. Yeah. Okay, this is very important. Yeah, you have to submit in time, because after that the system will close. Yeah. Okay. So these are the two things, and also Form B. Yeah. Okay, your final report. Okay, you can click on the links there and then submit, and also Form B. All right. And also there is a poster submission. All right. You have to do a poster. Okay, and I will also open up the link later, right? Okay, so these are the logistics that I wanted to talk about for the project, right? Do you have any questions for me?
Hello, doctor. When should we need to submit the poster?
The poster together with your final report.
Okay, understood.
Which is on the last day, on the Friday of week 14, as usual. Okay, but I will set the submission time to be open until 11:55 midnight. Yeah. Poster is in A3 size. Yeah, so when you do your poster, you do it in I think you use Microsoft Microsoft PowerPoint, and you set the size to A3. Yeah. After that, you save it in as a PDF file. Yeah. Don't submit it as a PowerPoint file, as a PDF. You convert it to a PDF. Are there any more questions for me? Presentation about everyone will be given about 15 minutes. Yeah. Then there's possibly a 5-minute Q&A. So it'll be done online. Can I just check with everyone's internet connectivity at home? Is it okay? Do you have also like the infrastructure? Do you need, is your laptop sufficient to do your project? Okay, one advice from me with regards to the project here is that you try to bug your supervisor. Yeah. When you have sometimes some supervisors they will bug you. Okay, that's good for you, but some supervisors may actually leave you to your work for a long time, and unless you get back to them. And if you are shy and you don't communicate well, then the problem is that the supervisor might think that you have no problem, but you actually have problem. And by the time the next review comes, you're like, not much has been done, right? So try to avoid that. Yeah. What you can do is whenever you have progress, right, straight away send an email to your supervisor, or just let a supervisor know that you want to discuss certain things. Okay, like you have tried certain things, but it doesn't work. Can you give me some ideas for troubleshooting, whatever, right? Don't wait for the next meeting and all that. Okay, just bug your supervisor for response. Yeah. Okay. Because at least then your supervisor will know that you have a problem, right? And will try to respond as soon as possible. Otherwise, he or she might think that everything is okay. Okay, I think that should be enough briefing already. So unless you have other questions, I think otherwise we can end the meeting now. I know everyone has been on the on your electronic devices all the time, right? So it's a bit tiring with all these endless e-meetings. So to get away from the computer or your handphone for a while. All right. Okay. So if there are no more questions, I will just end today's session. All right. If you feel like you need a reference to today's recording, I'll later post up the link. Yeah. And please remember to sign the attendance by replying to the list in the WhatsApp group, right? Okay, that's all. Thank you, everyone, and I will stop the meeting now. Yeah.